Hello twin flames and welcome to your daily check-in for Sunday. So I'm going to bring in the daily structure deck to get a structured question that we can base this reading around today. And I'm going to see what cards they guide me to. But before I shuffle the cards, there's something really powerful and important they've guided me to share with you. The way we perceive this journey and what we think about what's going on in it, including the way we view how our masculine thinks about us or feels about the connection, can either help or hinder your journey. And what you think, it might not be the truth. What does that mean? That you might think something is real. From your awareness, you might think that's the truth, but it might not actually be the truth. So in other words, you might think, oh, he's happy with his karmic partner, but that's not the truth at all. The truth is he's miserable. He's just living life. He's not living life. He doesn't feel alive anymore. He's struggling with money. He's struggling with fear. There's things going on he doesn't like. But you might think he's living his best life and he's happy without you. But that's not actually the truth at all. But our perception is what's creating our reality because we're continuing to think that. So you're going to be seeing things that make you think that. So you may see people in happy relationships or happy marriages, and it's actually a sign of what's coming for you in your life. The universe is saying, well, this is what you want with him. This is what you want to be living, your best life, enjoying life in this kind of circumstance. But you may be associating it with the happiness you think he's having with his karmic partner. And it goes the same for anything. You might think he's too busy for you. But that's not actually the truth. The truth is he may be busy at work, or he may have misplaced his phone, or he may be busy with his children. You might think he's ghosting you, but that's not actually the truth. The truth is he's processing his feelings and working out what to say. So you see how our perception can either help our journey or hinder our journey. And it's the words we use and the way we think about our journey that has power. And I'm going to be doing a reading later on about if anyone feels they are dealing with any psychic attack energy or any black magic energy. I'm going to be talking about, how the way we think has power and how we can shield ourselves and repel away any of those things, by calling on heaven. So I'm going to do a reading on that as well. So it's really important we remember that what we think is not actually sometimes the truth, okay? But our truth is what we know inside when we connect with our real truth, our feelings, without the ego. Because it's the ego that can warp everything and create illusion and cloud our judgment and put us deeply into fear. So thank you, angels. What do we need to know today? Well, it jumped straight out of the deck. So we just got one question. Wow, it's actually Cancer energy. Now, this is really powerful because I'm a Cancer, but not because of that, because the full moon that we are currently experiencing, which came in on Friday, and we're still kind of feeling the effects of it until we move into the new week, it's in Cancer. And Cancer energy is very emotional energy, very psychic energy. It can be high and low, up and down. If you're a Cancerian yourself, then you'll know how we struggle sometimes with addictive behaviour, or how we struggle to let go, or, to sometimes even be by ourselves until we've, dealt with that. Because, I've always loved my own company as a Cancerian, but I've also wanted and craved others' energy. And realising that nothing was actually missing in my life healed that craving. And, it was craving more from our twin, craving more messages, craving more contact, thinking there's something wrong if they're not giving everything to us. It's not their job to give everything to us. It's our job to give everything to ourselves. It's not your masculine's job to make you happy. It's your job to make you happy. Trying to expect other people to make us happy puts immense pressure on the other person and ourselves. Instead, work on making yourself happy and giving to you everything that you need, and then the cup will overflow and the journey will flow. And that's really what I'm seeing here. So I'm feeling the questions are, how can we help the journey during this full moon to flow better? You may be a Cancerian, your divine masculine may be a Cancerian, and if you are, I'll do an extra card for you at the end. But I feel this is where we are currently right now in this energy that we are in. How can we help the journey to flow better? And that's what I'm going to focus the reading on. So I'm going to bring in the Crystal Angels Oracle. This is the deck that I'm going to be using in the Daily Twin Flame Angel reading for tomorrow to start a new week. So how can we right now in this Cancer full moon energy help the journey to flow better? Jump straight out. And let's do a card for Cancer. A card for Cancer in general. There we go. So if you're a Cancer or you resonate with the Cancer energy of your twin, or you're wondering what's happening around July, that could also be a message there too. We'll see. And this is another reason why I've kind of took out the horoscope readings, so I can bring more of these focus readings in. And we have horoscope energies coming through anyway, so you're not going to miss out on anything on Guided by Angels. So how can we help the journey to flow better? And if you watch the full moon reading that I did on Friday with the Wolf full moon energies, I spoke about how we can get the journey right and the things we can do. And this is the same kind of energy. So the message is, bless your heart, wow. And this is Ruby. So Ruby is really powerful for Cancer because it's the birthstone of Cancer, which means something in itself. And the Ruby energy is very much connected with knowing that you are a rare jewel, that you are special. So the way that we can make our journey flow better is to realise just how special we actually are, and that nobody compares to us, and they don't. And that will take away any feelings of lack or missing out or any form of jealousy or envy or feeling that you are competing against anything or anyone, connected with your journey and with anything you're doing at work, career, service, that kind of thing, because there may be many, many people doing what you do, but there's only one of you. There may be many, many people trying to get your twin's attention, but there's only one of you. Your twin may have had many, many relationships, but they've never met anyone like you. So you are a ruby in their life. That means you are a unique, special, precious, diamond, even though this is a ruby, but you're a special jewel. And this is really beautiful for me as well because, my divine masculine blue ice tarot, George, he bought me a ruby ring for Christmas. And it's not an engagement ring, but it's a beautiful ruby ring that I'll wear on this ring, on this finger here. So maybe I'll show you that in tomorrow's reading. So beautiful energy about the way that your masculine values you. So what I really feel with this, before I even read the message, is the way we can make the journey flow better and go with the flow more and relax more and be more calmer and not get triggered by things is to remember our worth. Remember that you are valuable. You are valuable in this life. You are valuable to your twin, regardless of the outside world. Remember, what you think might not actually be the truth. So you might think he doesn't value me because he's indifferent, he doesn't talk to me, he doesn't want anything to do with me, and they give me fear or any fears that come up around things he may have said or done. But that's your perception of what's going on from your, viewpoint. And when we become the observer of that, we see it in a different way. So we think, wow, why is he behaving that way in the first place? Is that through his own fears, his own insecurities, his own struggles, his own situation? Because it's not a reflection of you, Divine Feminine, it's a reflection of them. So when you realise that what you think, it might not actually be the truth, it brings in power. And the message says, bless your heart. Bless your heart, okay? And that means feel blessed from the heart space. The heart is a powerful thing. It regulates the whole body and it creates life. Without your heart, you would not be breathing because your heart regulates everything and the heart beats. But your heart beats for what you're passionate about. The things that you love to do, the things that make you feel alive. So bless all the things right now that make your heart beat faster, including your twin, because your twin makes your heart beat faster. Your twin flame journey shows to you that you are alive, I mean, isn't that powerful in itself? You might think I've had enough of this journey, but it certainly is an adrenaline maker. It's a roller coaster ride. Why do we ride roller coasters? Because we like the fear-based energy. We like feeling afraid. We like the way it makes us feel, the way, it pulses our veins, and the stops and the starts and the ups and the downs and the highs and the lows. We love all of that, the fastness of it, the way it slows down, the way it may drop down, all kinds of things. And roller coasters nowadays do all kinds of things. So remember that, okay? And enjoy the journey. It's showing you that you are alive. And they're giving me a feeling like there's something in the throat. It's like something needs to be expressed right now. And it says, reach out for emotional and spiritual support to heal and mend your heart. So the way that we allow the journey to flow better, or the way we can flow with this journey better, is by connecting with angels and guides, reaching out for emotional and spiritual support. That may mean that you have a reading, or you comment on a reading, or you ask someone's guidance, you ask someone for guidance. This is also about knowing that they will reach out for you when they feel guided to, when they feel safe enough to and confident enough to, because you give them emotional and spiritual support. And you are one. So when you come back together, you mend the heart because you feel complete. Not that you need them to feel complete. So the message is, call on heaven. If you're struggling with anything, it's more than likely because you're thinking something about them or the journey that just isn't the truth. And when we become the observer of it, and we see it from a higher perspective, then we realise what the truth is. And sometimes we have to look past the physical world to see the actual truth spiritually of what's going on. So other people, other divine feminines who may have been through this, or readers on YouTube, or a Facebook group, or connecting with people that you love, may help you through any emotional struggle, to give you the emotional support that you need, and also spiritual support from a higher perspective, because people outside the journey don't really get it. They are seeing it from a 3D perspective, not a spiritual perspective. They are seeing it that if they love you, they'll tell you. If you're meant to be in a relationship, you'll be in a relationship. But life doesn't work like that. Circumstances get in the way. People marry people before they meet the twin. Why? Because you're meant to learn in that connection. You're meant to maybe have children with that person. There's things that are predestined to happen before you come together. Or there's other lessons to learn with other people. So we understand that in a spiritual way when we start to let go and trust the journey more and go more with the flow. And also the way we can go with the flow more is by understanding that we are going to have highs and lows. So it's okay to feel and cry sometimes and release that emotion. It's okay. It's okay to have a tantrum and be negative and shout and bawl, but just not to stay in that energy for too long. And Archangel Michael won't let you anyway, because he'll say, get up, soldier, get up, warrior, you've got this and I've got you. And they really give me this feeling that there's something needs to come out. Something needs to be coughed up or spat out. And that's because things are coming out into the open. Things are coming up to the surface for healing, to express the truth, and cleansing energy as well. This is a time now of cleansing. The cleansing the throat chakra here, the feeling that something is shifting in the throat chakra and moving around and changes. So also the water energy. Water is very healing, drinking more water. Maybe you're going through a detox right now, a cleansing, where you're giving up alcohol, or you're drinking more water in general instead of, more caffeine. You're giving up caffeine, you're drinking water. You may be having more relaxing showers or baths, or maybe you've started swimming or going near bodies of water, because it's bringing in the cleansing energy that you need. And they are giving me this feeling in the mouth. So they're saying rinsing the mouth as well. Rinsing the mouth to spit out anything toxic. And that may be things you're going through in your physical. So you may be going to the dentist and having a checkup, And they may be asking you to swill water, or you may feel you want to rinse your mouth out. So I feel a cleansing around the mouth about the things we say. So also, the way that we can allow the journey to flow better is by watching what we say. Because our tongue, and I spoke about this the other day, our tongue has the power, and again, I feel like it's coming out now, to harm or heal. And that's what that felt. It felt like it was here, whatever it was. Okay, there may not have been anything there, but I'm channeling it for some reason. A block, and then it comes up and gets cleansed, and then it gets spit out. So in other words, when we think about what we're going to say, so we can respond with love, not fear, and we can respond in a positive way, or a way that has compassion or empathy or understanding, we're going to heal the journey. We're not going to harm it in any way. Because if you lash out, or if they say something nasty to you and you say something nasty back, it's going to harm the journey. You have to be the bigger person. Kill them with kindness. Kindness is the key. The fruit of the Spirit. Moving out of the 7 deadly sins energies into the fruit of the Spirit. That's why we're here. Kindness, love, patience, compassion, understanding. All the ways that we walk in the body of truth and light and love, like Jesus did, in the energy of unconditional love. And knowing that you are a beautiful ruby, and also opening your arms to receive God, and to know that you are blessed, and that the universe wants to bless you and give to you, and provide for you all the things that you truly want. That's what the angels want you to know. That's how you can allow your journey to flow better in 2023. So let's do an energy for Cancer. So this could be about what's happening until June, July. This could be if you're in a Cancer connection, or if you or your twin are Cancers, or it just may be an extra message about going with the flow. Let's see. We've got yellow jasper. Yeah, look at this, control issues. This is for Cancer in general, but it's also what can be a Cancer in the connection. And, what can be toxic in the connection is there is a divine feminine. We need to release control. We need to let go of control. The crab, the Cancer is the crab. Crabs cling on. And sometimes they walk sideways. Well, I think they do walk sideways, not up on crabs. But it's about the way they cling on. And we have to let go. It says, utilize your God-given strength and power instead of fearing that others may try to control you. So as a divine feminine, it's a big thing that we have to let go of control. So control issues are something we learn. The masculine and feminine both learn on this journey, because the masculine learns to take control instead of just going with the flow and allowing everything to happen naturally, in its own time, which is what we need to do anyway. But in other words, the masculines need more oomph, whereas the feminines are running around trying to control everything, creating all this, imbalance. Because as a feminine, we control, we sort, we find solutions, we reach out, we do these things, and we have to learn to take that step back, because when we do that, the masculine step forward and the balance is right. So if you think my masculine doesn't do anything, he just allows me to contact him, he doesn't really make any plans, or if he does, sometimes they fall through, he doesn't seem to have any oomph, it's always me giving, when's he going to give back? When you balance it out and take that step back. So if you're feeling drained and tired and depleted, that's your sign from heaven and your higher self and from your twin to rejuvenate yourself, to replenish yourself, to give that energy back to you. And when you do that, you're going to feel born again. You're going to feel peaceful, calm. You're going to go with the flow. And then the masculine is going to step up and take the lead. Take the lead in the connection. Even now in union, I spoke about this the other day. Things like, if I want the rubbish going out or the dishes washing in the house, I'm in that energy where it needs to be done now. It needs to be done now. Whereas George is more laid back and he's just going with the flow and letting things happen naturally. I'll get to it. I'll do it in a minute. And I'm like, no, do it now. It needs to be done now. And he's like, Liz, why does it need to be done now? So he is teaching me constantly in union to let go of control. So control issues, that's more how we go with the flow. So the journey has to be balanced for it to flow right. And for Cancer, Your masculine right now, if your masculine is a Cancer, may be dealing with control issues. They may have people in their life trying to control them. And I feel that could be connected with work as well as play. So this could be a partner, but it could also be a business partner. It could be someone who manages them, a boss, something financial. I feel that may be going on too. Or if you're the Cancer, you may be guided to let go of control. And the way that you do that is by utilising your God-given strength and power. So ultimately, this whole reading is saying you have the strength and power because that's been given you by God to handle this journey, the highs and the lows, the ups and the downs, and to cleanse everything so you feel more at peace and more calm about the journey moving forward in the right way. I hope this helps. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.